We have here today Lillian, a finalist in the 2022 edition of the Miss Canada Pageant. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much, Sarah, for having me.
Of course. For those that don't know you, can you give us a bit of an introduction about yourself?
I'd love to. So I grew up in Vancouver, and for my whole life I've been here. I'm only 29 this year. Um, there is a lot I have to learn, a lot of experience I have to gain, and I really appreciate the time I have with Miss Canada.
Wonderful. I've got some get to know you questions, like what are your favorite things? So we'll dive into those to get to know you a little bit better. What is your favorite food?
My favorite food is ice cream.
That's an excellent decision. I love it when people choose desserts as their favorite food. Is there a flavor in particular?
I like every flavor. I've tried all sorts of ice creams, but I really like chocolate.
Also an excellent decision. You cannot go wrong with chocolate ice cream.
Mhm.
Do you have a favorite book?
Yes, I love this book called Good Leaders Ask Great Questions by John C. Maxwell.
Interesting. I haven't read that one. What is it about?
It's a kind of a book that talks about how leaders think and how leaders perform and what they can do to improve an organization and in their personal life.
So is that something that you're aspiring to be on a personal level, a better leader?
Yes, I am aspiring to move forward in that way in my career.
Excellent. When you were a kid, what did you want to grow up to be?
When I was a kid, I thought of being a teacher because
Okay.
I felt that teaching was a very enriching way for people to adapt and learn and grow.
Yeah, certainly. Do you incorporate any teaching into your life now?
Right now, no, but I constantly like to read books like John C. Maxwell's leadership books.
Mhm.
So those books really taught me a lot, and I'm constantly a student of everything that I
Yeah,
learn.
interesting. So we've gone into the learning route maybe rather than the teaching route at the moment.
Yes, always.
Lovely. Do you have a favorite sport?
I like badminton because that when I grew up, I usually played badminton, but I also appreciate other sports like volleyball, like swimming, and I also have done swimming in the past. So I appreciate both swimming and badminton.
Great. So do you like the outdoors then? They both tend to be outdoor sports.
Yes, I like outdoor sports. I also like indoor sports.
What do you do for fun?
For fun, I like to go out for a hike. I like to walk. I would like to socialize. I like
Mhm.
to meet people to talk about inspiring things or just general ideas that could be implemented down the road.
Yeah, nice. Someone who likes deep conversation then.
Absolutely.
Lovely. Here's a fun one for you. If you were to be given a genie's lamp and were granted 3 wishes, what would you wish for?
My first wish would be for my family and I to be living a very long, healthy life.
Hmm.
Second wish is for us to have financial freedom.
Yep.
And three, my third wish is I would like to say I would like to wish for more wishes, but I can't do that.
Maybe this
Mm,
genie allows you to, and then you could have wishes forever.
yes. But my third wish may be for me to find my love.
Oh, that's very sweet. I like that.
Yes.
If you could go back and talk to yourself as, say, a 12-year-old, what would you say?
I would tell my 12-year-old self that you're worth it and you have what it takes to win in life and to succeed at a high level. And don't give up on yourself and keep pushing forward, persevere. You're stronger than you think.
I love that. Go for it. Your life
Mhm.
is yours for the taking.
Yes.
Were you born in Canada?
Yes, I was born and raised in Vancouver, BC, Canada. And my parents are from China, but everyone thinks I'm somehow from China, but I'm actually from here.
Yeah, lovely. Do you visit China often?
I used to when I was younger. I have been to China for more than 3 times
Hmm.
for different reasons. Sometimes for relatives, sometimes for just a vacation.
Yeah, lovely. I work in China sometimes, actually. What would you say some of the biggest differences that you experienced in being a Canadian and then going to visit China?
First of all, there are environmental differences, very big.
Yes, there are.
When I was very young, I didn't get used to that at first, but after a while, every time I visit back after a couple of years gap, there are always a need for readapting to the environmental differences and the time jet lag.
Yeah, certainly. Jet lag is brutal, and I don't think there's really any way to overcome that other than be patient, unfortunately. Um, but one thing I noticed was the massive difference in air quality when you're in a city. That is, yeah, I guess it's something that I took for granted living here. Air quality is
Mhm.
always good, but sometimes it's not the case there. You have to wear a mask outside to screen the air, I guess. Bit
Yes,
of a difference. Do you have any creative outlets or creative hobbies?
I do. I like to try karaoke, and oftentimes
Excellent.
I try singing like no one's watching.
That is the best way to do karaoke. I love karaoke as well. I am not a good singer, but I enjoy it so much.
Mhm.
That's
Me
really
too.
great. So obviously we're here because you're a finalist in the Miss Canada pageant. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
How did you feel when you got the email saying that you had made it through to the final?
I was amazed. I felt like I was amazed because I didn't know it would happen. So I feel
Pleasant surprise then.
yes.
Wonderful. And have you competed in a pageant before?
I've never. This is my first time.
Oh, hooray. It's
Yeah,
also my first time, so we can find our way through it together.
perfect.
What inspired you to get involved with a pageant?
I simply wanted to show up as a pageant because I wanted to deliver my best authentic femininity and
Mhm.
inspire others to do the same, to show up with their best self and inspire a lot of people.
I love that. What are you doing in the lead up to the pageant to try and prepare?
I'm looking into preparing myself for the pageant by going out with my hiking, fitness routine,
Mhm.
eating habits, sleeping habits. I'm looking into executing them, and I have been executing them for the past 2 months.
That is a good goal, and I imagine that it helps in general life as well. When you're eating
Yes,
well and you're doing a good exercise routine, then you get the benefits whether you have a pageant or not. So great decision
absolutely.
there.
Mhm.
Other than taking home the crown, what are you hoping to achieve by competing?
I hope to inspire people to do the same down the road. And when they see me do it, they can say, "You can do it. I can do it too."
Yes, that's fabulous. What
Mhm.
do you think are the essential qualities for a Miss Canada to have?
Believe and Miss Canada should have compassionate nature. They should
Mhm.
be able to want to serve others as a leader, representing women, and also in general very understanding about what it is like for others to want to also be part of the pageant and who want
Mm.
to aspire to be part of a Miss Canada down the road.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mhm.
certainly. A lot of people that compete in pageants have a platform or a cause that they support that's quite close to their heart. Do you have some sort of cause that you're looking to support while you're in Miss Canada?
Yes. A cause that is very close to my heart is mental health. I personally dealt with my own, and so mental health is very important and critical in a person's life. So I believe that mental health, if we can talk about it and discover ways to understand about it more, we can, end any type of stigma or misunderstanding about mental health.
Yeah, certainly. I think it's very common for people to talk about general ailments, but sometimes there's a bit of a stigma around talking about mental health, which does make it harder if you're experiencing those sort of things to actively decide to go and seek treatment. So it is a great thing to be able to talk candidly about it because mental health is health.
Mhm.
Were there any key steps that you took to improve your own mental health that you might recommend to others?
Yes. Uh, Mostly, I have been working on my daily routines, my habits, walking a lot, drinking a lot of water, taking a lot of breaks, and just
Mhm.
simply giving myself a pat on the back, so to speak. Simply reminding myself that everything will be okay, nothing is as bad as it seems, and just
Mhm.
keep breathing, breathing deeply and meditating as I go.
Yeah, meditation can certainly go a long way, even if you're only doing a little bit, like 10 minutes a day, the amount that it can change your mindset is really impressive. Uh, yeah, it sounds like self-care is something that's working really well for you.
Yes, absolutely.
Do you have anywhere that you get information from, or these are just things that you have found out in your own experience?
A little bit is from my own experience, like journaling,
Hmm.
and another way of going about dealing with mental health is to be in touch with the professionals and be sure to take action over making sure you're eating well, taking your prescriptions on time, and making sure that you're doing everything you need to do in order to stay healthy.
Yeah, give yourself the best chance to thrive.
Hmm.
Certainly. I believe you're also a licensed financial advisor.
Yes,
That's what you do for your day job?
that's what I do for my day job. Yes.
Do you have any interesting financial tips that you normally give to clients?
Yes. Pay yourself first. I understand that in this day and age, people live paycheck to paycheck, but
Mhm.
definitely save some of your paycheck, if not most of your paycheck, into an account that actually generates more rate of return for you. And another thing is to protect your money as soon as you can, so that when any emergency happens, you can save yourself the hassle later.
Yeah, certainly. So when you say protect your money, what steps do you take to do that?
So we have accounts or plans that assist with that in the process.
Okay, so it's accounts that have additional security layers or
It has protection. It has a way to increase your rate of return. It's just some products or solutions that are available in the marketplace that you can utilize.
okay, so being conscious of what the options are available in terms of your accounts. You mentioned paying yourself first. Does that involve putting aside your savings, I guess, as soon as you get the paycheck? And you'd mentioned trying to use an account that has a good interest rate. I guess that would be like a bonus savings account.
Beyond the savings account, there are options such as insurance that actually offer more variability, flexibility in terms of for the client's needs. Um, they also provide protection for your money long
Mhm.
term. So it protects it against inflation, creditors, and gives you peace of mind when you do need to access the money in case of emergencies.
Yeah, right. Do you work with the tax-free saving accounts at all?
Absolutely. Tax-free saving account is one of the ways of saving money and growing your wealth.
Yeah, I think it's a great initiative by the Canadian government, but sometimes it can be misinterpreted as to what it is based on the name, because I don't think that necessarily reflects what a taxi-free saving account is
Mhm.
and what it does. Can you explain to us a little bit how that account operates?
A tax-free savings account is an account allows the Canadians to save up money every year, and then you can contribute based on the limit that the government sets. So this year it's 6,600, but for most Canadians, most people don't know about how to utilize a tax-free savings account. So we would teach them and educate how to utilize to the best way possible the tax-free savings account, which is an account where you put money that is after tax into it and you grow it with rates of return so that money grows tax-free, and when you withdraw it, it comes out tax-free.
Yeah, wonderful. Do
Mhm.
you do any investing in the stock market at all?
I don't, but I have before, and now I deal with only mutual funds and segregated
Okay.
funds.
Yeah, wonderful.
Mhm.
For anyone who is watching this and is inspired by what you're doing and has maybe decided, I would like to try a pageant. What would you say to them?
Why not? You could shoot for the moon and land among the stars.
Yeah, absolutely. I think something else that I saw in your Miss Canada bio was that you like fashion. Obviously, we have quite a long list of wardrobe items that we need to get for this pageant. How's that process coming along for you?
It's going well. I have mostly everything I have need for the pageant, and so far I'm just waiting upon coming for the pageant.
Yeah, the countdown is on now, less than a month to go.
Excited.
Wonderful.
Mhm.
It has been so lovely talking to you. Thank you so much for taking the time. I really appreciate it.
You're very welcome. I appreciate your time too.